California is burning now, and you don't get any coverage on this right now, really.
Yeah.
Larger than it ever has been. It's getting consumed with forest fires. It's like, you can look at this, something I just found out. Yeah. The reason why this is happening, the media will tell you it's because of climate change. And climate change probably has something to do with it. I'm not dumb in saying that with as much stuff as we're pumping into the atmosphere, we're not adjusting and changing the scope of things for our planet. It has to have some impact on our planet. But climate change isn't the biggest deal. The biggest deal here is they stopped a lot of logging. They stopped controlled burns. And this new regime forced the companies, the electric companies in California, the major electric company, Pacific, I can't remember the name, they forced them to put all of their efforts and all their finances into clean energy initiatives versus infrastructure. So Paradise, it was a subdivision or something, there was a huge forest fire that hit California, consumed an entire little town, little township called Paradise, I think it was. They got to looking at some of the equipment in that started that fire. There's like some of the cables and the electric boxes on the poles and all that jazz. Some of those things are so old they could qualify as National Historic Monuments. They're so old and haven't been replaced. There was stuff involved in those fires. Yeah. Equipment that was involved in those fires that was from 1920. It's 100 years old. The money that company was putting into infrastructure was forced to be put into research into new green conversion and green energy initiatives. The company now is bankrupt. They've been sued beyond belief, and they're bankrupt. Also, those forests, the underbrush is completely grown up. They don't allow the clearing and the controlled burns. They're not allowing it. And the logging, they're not allowing it. So guess what happens? You get a fire, it can spread a lot faster because there's more brush, there's more trees. It just spreads across and goes crazy. But they blame strictly climate change. I'm not saying that climate change doesn't have something to do with it. If it's hotter and there's more crazy wind, it's going to happen. It's going to spread more. This is happening right now. What do you get? Crazy fires in California? What do you get? Double the gas prices. You get blackouts. California now has in summer has had rolling blackouts where they just shut off all the power to your houses.
But nobody on my Facebook is saying anything. Like, stuff is by all means, like, they've exited the political posts because Donald Trump isn't in, and the media has not told them to freak out.
What did they say on the most recent news thing? They said the two big challenges facing Joe Biden are the crises right now. Our kids are having to go back to school wearing masks, and unvaccinated people is the two big challenges. It's like, dude, with the crap that happened in Afghanistan, the crazy stuff that's going on our border, those are not the most big crises and challenges.
And here's what I'm trying to get at. The party of morals, of utter absolute virtue, of if you're not this, the party of what they would declare the Jesus party, the liberal party, pulled out of Afghanistan, and all the people, and there's tons of people that are going to die because of it and have died, and nobody cares. No one's saying anything.